from second cycle to third cycle is 300%, but for the fourth cycle, if we consider a 300% growth, then in the last video, we saw how high can Bitcoin go, but in this video, we're going to try and find out what could be the potential top for ETH for this bull cycle top. So for ETH, there are mixed reactions. Some are claiming ETH is dead, while some traders are expecting ETH to hit $10,000 to $15,000. So without wasting more time, let's head directly to the price prediction. But before we go ahead, let's aim for 500 likes on this video. This will motivate me to bring in more such videos. So many are claiming that this bull cycle will be the biggest one, especially when you compare it with the past cycle. Currently, we are in the fourth bull run cycle. So we're going to use math to predict the potential top. Obviously, it's not possible to predict the exact top, but we can get a rough idea because math never lies, and we have used the same exact technique to predict for other cryptos, and so far things have been almost accurate. So in the first cycle, ETH was not there. In the second cycle, ETH topped around at $1,440. In the third cycle, ETH topped around at $4,356, and the fourth cycle peak is still pending. So growth from second cycle to third cycle is 300%, but for the fourth cycle, if we consider a 300% growth, then the price of ETH could jump to $13,000. Now some of you are going to say, why are we considering a 300% increase again in the fourth cycle? Because every cycle this percent goes down. So the answer is simple. During earlier cycle, there was no ETFs, but this time we have ETF volume also pouring in. So that's the reason we have taken 300% as a max target. Now let's take a conservative approach and assume that we only get 80% to 250% increase. In that case, the target for ETH would be around $7,800 to $10,800. So based on previous cycle top, a rough range is $7,800 to $13,000 at max. Now let's see what Rainbow chart has to say. So whenever Ethereum hits or reaches near to the top, the color changes to orange to red. And if you watch my previous videos on Bitcoin and altcoins, I have explained that we are expecting the top to be anywhere between December to first quarter of 2025. So if we go by that data, and if we consider the Rainbow chart mode, then it shows ETH can go as high as $6,000 to $15,800 range. Now, obviously, we cannot rely on these charts 100%, but historically, these charts have been mostly on point, and they can give you a rough idea about the top. So let's see what happens. Now let's do some more math and try to find ETH's rough top range. For this, we're going to take the data of the last two cycles, that is second and third cycle. So when Ethereum created an all-time high in the second cycle, the highest market cap was 140.4 billion roughly. At that time, the overall crypto market cap was roughly at 796.4 billion. In the third cycle, its market cap was 576.6 billion, whereas the overall crypto market cap was at 3 trillion roughly. So in the second cycle, Bitcoin contributed was 17.63%. And in the third cycle, Bitcoin's contribution was roughly 19.22%. So we can expect ETH to contribute at least 17% to 21% in this cycle. Now, I have never mentioned or discussed this with anyone because people will usually label me a moon boy or think I am crazy, but I have mentioned this in my last Bitcoin video. My conservative target for overall crypto market cap is 5 to 8 trillion this cycle, but my extreme bull case target is 9 to 12 trillion. And I'm not shooting bullets in air, it's based on math. Because from cycle 2 to cycle 3, it's a 3.75 times increase. And even if we consider a 2 to 3 times increase, it gives us a market cap of 6 to 9 trillion. Plus, if you see the chart, you can clearly see the jumps from 700 billion to 3 trillion. And with all the ETF money coming in, this can go much higher, as we have already crossed the 3 trillion mark at its current stage. So let's just assume that the total market cap goes to 6 to 9 trillion. And if we consider a 17% to 21% contribution, then market cap for ETH could be anywhere between 1.02 trillion to 1.89 trillion. And that means the top for ETH could be anywhere in the range of $8,400 to $15,710. So if you come to the conclusion, based on the data we got from the historic cycle top, it shows an Ethereum top to $7,800 to $13,000. Based on the Rainbow chart, $6,000 to $15,800 range. And the ETH's contribution from the previous cycle shows a top to $8,400 to $15,710. So I am personally targeting $7,000 to $10,000 range, or whatever price of ETH is once Bitcoin dominance drops around 35%. Not only that, I will also keep a close eye on the rainbow charts, just to play safe, because top traders are predicting that altcoins could peak once in second quarter of 2025, and the second peak could be in September. Whereas I personally believe that next year could be very bad for the financial markets, especially stock markets. So my opinion is that Bitcoin and the bull run is going to end early this cycle. And I believe that we could see a top by the end of 2024 to first quarter of 2025, and then again we could enter the bear market. Obviously, this is just my personal opinion. I don't have a crystal ball, and I have been wrong in the past, but my analysis is based on math. And if you want to know how, then you can watch this video of mine, which I had uploaded 6 months ago, and you can clearly see how things have played out so far. In fact, in this video, I had also given you the best buying opportunity. But sadly, my videos don't get much views and the engagement on my channel is very low, but I have tried my best to give you the details. And there are some things which I cannot say publicly, because if everyone does the same thing, it never works. So there are a lot of indirect hints in this video. If you're smart enough to understand, you can make a ton of money, not only in the bullish market, but also in the bear market. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. So this probably will be my last video on Ethereum for this year. The time to focus on Bitcoin is over. It's time to rotate your money into altcoins, so I really hope you guys make most of it in the bull run and make a ton of money, so good luck to each one of you. And before I end this video, let me remind you that we do have a private VIP group, which you can join only for $15, but it has a members limit. Once the group is full, it will be closed for public, because like I said earlier, if everyone does the same thing, it's not going to work. So in this group, we do spot trading. We also do future trading. Plus, recently we have also started sharing Degen plays, where we try to catch meme coins at a very early stage. Please note, by joining this group, you are not going to be a millionaire overnight. Making such high profits happens during cycle peaks or mini pump seasons only. In fact, if you would have joined the group earlier this year up to August, you guys could have made a ton of money by now. But even now, you have a chance to make decent profit, but the best profit making opportunity, like making 10,000% to 15,000% or even more than that, by catching the altcoins at an early stage is over. Now such opportunity will again come when the top comes in. Meanwhile, you can make decent profits from all the short moves altcoins are going to do in the coming time. So if you're interested, I'm sharing the link in the pinned comment. I do have an 80% accuracy rate, but before joining, please go through my Patreon page and see how everything works, and then only join. So make sure to share this video, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
Crypto spotter on the scene, stacking dollar bills, minting coins digital, no paper thrills. Fortunes in my wallet, got that blockchain skill, making money at the speed of light, feel the thrill. Mining rigs, humming numbers on the rise, Bitcoin, Ethereum, watch the value materialize. Moonshot dreams, they ain't just fantasies in the skies. Portfolios, the rocket, aim for the skies. Crypto spotter, cash flows like a river, digital pockets never